Hi, this is Jeff Ryland with Abundant Design. Today I'm going to show you how to do a whip and tongue graft. Tools for this, you're going to either want a grafting knife, box cutter. You can use a pocket knife, but it should be really sharp. I'm just going to use a utility knife today. Pear film, which is almost like a waxy tape. It's a little stretchy. Some wound dressing, and that will seal up where we've put our parafilm tape. Alternatively, you can use electrical tape and in place of the parafilm, and then coat that with a good coating of Vaseline. For our rootstock, I've got a couple pots that I've seeded, that I grew from seed. The rabbit got this one this winter, you can see, but we'll nip that off and go ahead and give it a fresh start. Also, you can purchase rootstock that will come bare root in the dormant phase, and once you graft it, then you can plant that out. Got a bundle of scion wood, it's actually a ton of it, from a friend, and you just want to make sure that whatever you use for scion wood is non-patented, so that you're not breaking any patent laws. You want scion wood that matches the diameter of your rootstock. Once you get down to 1/4 inch or smaller, you can, it just gets more difficult. The wood's more fragile, flimsy. The ones I've got today are pretty thin. A good piece of scion wood will have 3 buds, so that the tree doesn't have to spend so much energy to get those buds to pop. Both the scion and the rootstock are going to be dormant this time of year. We're late winter. Actually, we're in February, and we're having unseasonably warm temperatures right now. So we want to hurry up and get this done. So you can see the rabbit, where the rabbit bit that off, it's starting to dry out. So we're going to cut back into where we have good green tissue under the bark, and that's the cambium layer, and that's where the nutrients flow back and forth from the roots to the upper part of the tree. And what we'll do, we'll graft there, and then as the rootstock wakes up, it will start sending up stored energy into the upper tree, and that will heal that graft union. So we're on a nice angled cut there, about 30 degrees, and I'm going to cut a little slip and that will help hold the scion to the rootstock. And that's where you need to line up the cambium so that that healing can occur. But the more you can get, the better chances you have for success. So we'll cut this off at a matching angle. So the angles line up. I'll put the other grab slit there. Now we'll fit the 2 pieces together, and we'll kind of push this piece into this piece, and that will open up those slits we made. Just want to make sure you get a good connection there. The more bark to bark you can line up, the better. This one's not so great. The also leave a little bit of a grafting scar. We'll wrap that with our Pear film now. And wrap it tightly. The Pear film will stretch just a little bit. Make sure you not to disturb that graft union. After we've wrapped that up, we'll get our wound dressing and paint that, and that will seal up where our graft is. If you had a section that was cut, if you were doing multiple grafts and you had a section that was cut there, you would also paint your wound dressing on there, and that would help keep it from drying out until that union heals. And then you want to label it well with your variety, what it is, and I put standard rootstock because these were seeds that I had grown, so chances are that's going to be a standard sized pear tree. And if you would like help with your garden, give me a call, shoot me an email, and we can get a design going so that you can have a sustainable, edible, and regenerative landscape that's better for you and for the environment. Take care. This rootstock here was one I had planted, grafted last year. The dog knocked the graft off. It grew up a nice shoot, and then this winter a rabbit nipped it off again. So I will, I'm going to regraft this one, and we'll maybe give it a little more protection this year, since it's going right out in the yard where there's a lot of activity. Got a piece of Anjou here. Match that up. Cut our slits. Our tongue, I guess. Coat it with our wound dressing. And here I've got a fancy triple grafted 3 varieties of pear on one rootstock.